Hey yo, we're on the road to 1K. 60% of you are not even subscribed. Get hitting that button. Come on, man. Don't shake the thing. You already know the set. La la la.
Man City just submitted the offer for Declan Rice though.
Really?
Yeah.
They're jumping in the race.
They've already jumped to the race. I said this. When did I say this in the group? Where's my hater at, man? I'm normally expecting him to come say
100
something.
mil. 100 mil signing. Are they topping what Arsenal are offering? West Ham? Are they matching it? Have Arsenal even gone with an official bid?
So Arsenal,
Like, the second one, I know they went in for the first one, which was undervalued.
Arsenal came in with a so their new third bid now that went in was
Right.
75 million plus 15 million in add-ons. CF offered 80 million and 10 million in add-ons. So 75 million. That's Arsenal's offer, and C's is 80 million. Look, I've been told that he wants to go Arsenal only in it because it's London in it. I don't know. This is the issue with transfers, man. You can get told something and then something else can happen in it. But the thing is, I get told as it happens. Don't believe talks of United are in the Rice race. They're not. They're not. Pardon me. It's always for one thing. Drive that price high as they can.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if they come in and say, United are going to pay, cool, we need to pay. We need to up our deal, innit? That's what it was, innit? So it was all a whole load of nonsense, and Arsenal fans are getting guys, they think they could drag Mbappe, but they can't drag Rice. Bruv, Rice and United were never a thing this season.
Something about it, like, we've got Casemiro. Imagine being the player, he's got competition already there. At Arsenal, Partey's leaving, Xhaka's leaving. At Man City,
Exactly.
they give chances to any midfielder, whoever performs on the pitch, so he knows he's good there, just needs to, perform.
Their City are going after him as a Gundogan replacement.
Even better, do you know what I mean? Like for Rice.
So, I don't know, man. We're going to have to see how that deal goes. But as far as Man United is we're going to go... Sorry, as far as Arsenal... With Arsenal, I don't know, innit? But as far as I'm told, he wants to stay in London. He wants to go Arsenal, innit? So, we'll have to wait and see. But on that, as you look to see, it's two-man today. We're going to be coming with the most maddest consistency we've ever done this week. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Last episode literally just came out. This one's literally about to follow it. It's basically a touch-up from the last episode, but on each individual team, innit? So I'm here with Timo.
Yeah, Timo back again. Here to talk about the one and only Manchester United. So it's only right it got me here.
So as you can tell, as I've already got a United fan here, it is about one team and one team only, and that is Man United. So let's really and truly get into it. So basically today we're going to talk about who they're linked with, what's a good idea, news that's come out, and what would you think would be good for United moving forward. Bearing in mind there is currently a takeover that's happening in process. That's taken over 8 months, longest takeover in football club history, if I'm not mistaken. You've got a protest tomorrow because the kit comes out tomorrow, the new United home kit, and so is the launch. So there's the protest in front of the megastore by a couple thousand fans that mostly set up by the 58 Foundation, I don't know, something like that. And yeah, so with Man United, as I've mentioned before, Rabiot to Man United, he's apparently, news just came out that he's looking, where's my phone? Because I've got everything on there. Apparently he's looking more and more closer to stay at Juventus.
Really?
Yeah. Literally just came out today. He's looking more and more likely to sign his new deal at Juventus. But it's not over until it's over, innit?
I think we should get him. A lot of people disagree with me, but I think at his age, he's probably touching his peak.
Juve fans don't want him to go.
He's not really that bad of a player like at Juve, even though he doesn't really get the chance week in, week out. They've got a lot of midfielders there, but him, France international, he's left-footed, isn't it? And we need that kind of player, that because we see in Eriksen that makes a big difference in our midfield. Like
He might even be a backup to Casemiro. I think. I don't think he's actually here as an Eriksen replacement. I think
he plays alongside.
I think that was the job for Mount.
No, I think that's if we change the way we play. Because Bruno will still be playing alongside Mount, and they'll both have that 8 position, whilst we have one holding player.
Which then also
Which Ericsson tried doing, but his attacking abilities, like last season, it weren't proven to be the best.
It's not even the attacking ability; it's the legs.
The legs as
You
well.
you need someone that's
a
a runner next to Casemiro. So
yeah.
having a Mason Mount, it does make sense, but at the same time, me personally, I don't like the profile of a player of Mason Mount and the price tag that they're putting out for Mason Mount. It's kind of silly, especially with the fact that he's got a year left on his deal. He's 24, 25. He's barely been playing for the last 2 seasons, and he's been in horrendous form. And the biggest factor is on his last year. You can't be asking 75 million to 65 million for a guy who's barely been playing, and is on his last year. Like, it's ridiculous.
So he goes on a free next year.
He walks for free for next year.
So in January, his price is going to be like half the price.
Even lower, you could go in for a 25 million bid for in January if you wanted to.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. That's why United are walking away, but we're not walking away. But we'll get into that. But Rabiot right now, innit? So it looks like he's signing a new deal. People thought, Rabiot's just a panic buy. United are going to do. No, Ten Hag's been wanting him since last season. He would have preferred for United to go back in January. They couldn't, and right now it's looking more and more sticky. On the pure fact that he'll sign a new deal. Right now, technically, he is a free agent. He is a free agent. So United can try and do as much as they can, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, talk about midfielders. We need a new addition to the midfield, but nothing really comes to my mind. Like, the players that are available right now seem to have all already made the move. Caicedo, yeah, but the price and the position he plays.
Let's get into it. Caicedo and Mount. So United have put in a bid for Mason Mount that was 75 million. No, it was... Sorry, 75 million. Where did I get that from? It was 45 million with 10 million in add-ons. It got rejected, so they upped it to 50 million, and I think it's 5 million in add-ons now, which they believe it is a perfect offer and evaluation for the player that they're getting. And at this time, and when you say it like that, it doesn't sound that bad, innit? It's just on the pure fact that not many people want Mason Mount, and because they know they ain't gonna get much right now. United fans, they're trying to make Mason Mount sound like a good signing, which, sorry, it's not. So what United have done is they've told Chelsea, this is our last offer. We will walk away. Well, not fully walk away, but we will walk away with 55 million on the table as an offer for Mason Mount, because in January we can come back in, which will be much more less, and he can walk for free on summer. Chelsea want a personal meeting. I don't think United are really interested in a personal meeting because there's not really much you can discuss. Like, regardless of the amount you're coming into it to try and get as much money as you can. And the reason why they're trying to get as much money as they can, because anything that comes from the Mount deal is going straight onto the Caicedo deal. Now, Caicedo's 80 million, and I got told today that Chelsea might be a bit put off the price tag because of the pure fact that they can't get Mount sold. So, because United have now turned their direction from Mason Mount, they're entering into the Caicedo deal. Now, United have 65 million up front that they can spend on a midfielder. They can tell easily, Brighton will take Caicedo, 65 million will give you up front, and we'll give you in 20 million in affordable add-ons, like add-ons that can get triggered, like 15 league appearances, qualification from the group stages, another 5 million, and qualification for Champions League next season could be another 10. It's very easy to like arrange a deal like that. That's if United are competent to do it, but the issue is they're not. So it's a
but
whole
even
lot
that's going to be hard, because Chelsea will come in and say, listen, 85 mil straight, no add-ons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Chelsea don't have 85.
So you're kind of competing with the price on the player for Brighton's sake, because obviously they...
But the thing is, you need to remember this year, if Chelsea cough
really
out 85 million, where they're going to get money for a striker? Also, I've been told that Mount has spoken with Poch today, and he's actually told him, I'll give everything I can to Chelsea to the end of the season. So, right now, it looks like United are going to go in for the Caicedo deal. And which I personally feel next to Casemiro, I think it's a good move.
The only thing, we need someone a bit more attacking.
I do. I
We
believe
still haven't signed a striker.
I believe United need someone that can start the play off from the midfield properly. That's why he was trying to get Ericsson to do last season, and it fumbled a number of times. He also needs someone that has legs and that can track back quick. Basically, he needs a Frankie De Jong.
Exactly.
And here's the interesting thing about Frankie De Jong. As far as I got told, Manchester United are not going to go back in for Frankie De Jong.
Or not.
Are not going to go back in for Frankie De Jong unless Barcelona come to Man United and say Frankie's up for sale and he has to go this time.
Yeah.
And then Frankie says to United, yeah, I'm down to come. And then United will then not even entertain it, will go for it. Because everybody knows, and it's still known at Old Trafford, excuse me, that he is Ten Hag's boy, number one.
Yeah, but it makes sense because you wasted a lot of time trying to get him, like trying to get that deal complete.
And here's the interesting and funny thing is, I think around 6 o'clock today, Monday, UK time, this came out around 7 o'clock Catalonian time. News from the new camp coming out saying that they have to sell, and it's no longer just you need to sell a number of players or names, you need to sell star man.
Mm-hmm.
The first name on that list is Frankie De Jong.
You think?
No, I got told it is. It came out today. It is. First name on that list is Frankie De Jong.
It's gonna be like Rafinha.
No, because Rafinha apparently is already in talks to Newcastle or something like that. He's already Atletico. You know what I'm saying? Busquets is gone, Jordi Alba's gone. Like Barca need to offload a lot still, not only because of FFP, but on the pure fact to save that club. So Frankie De Jong is one of the biggest wage bills at the club that they need to get offloaded. He's also the most that the player that they can get the most money for.
Yeah, value.
He's got the most value in that Barcelona squad right now. So everyone
maybe Pedri, no, because he's young. Like they valued Pedri over 100 mil or something.
Yeah, but Pedri's not leaving.
But he won't leave. Yeah.
There's Barcelona have named 8 players that are untouchable at the new camp right now. Robert Lewandowski, Pedri, Gavi, that centre back, Arujo.
Maybe the other one, Konate, maybe.
No, I think they'll even listen to the offers for him. And there was
Keeper.
Ter Stegen, yes.
Dembele, Ansu Fati.
Both can go if they. I think Dembele is the 6th man. I think so. But De Jong isn't. De Jong, they'll listen to offers if they can get De Jong out the door. So now, Barca have made it publicly, well, apparently, allegedly, they've made it publicly. So it's a matter of thing to see if where that's going to go. But that saga's also going to be long.
The headache, that transfer there of De Jong. I don't want to hear it again until it's here we go.
You might hear it again. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Yeah.
You might hear it again. But as far as midfielders, I'm aware that's United's options.
Barella, I'm not interested in him.
Nothing about Barella. Last thing I got told was Barella either Newcastle or Liverpool, and by the looks of things it was going to be Newcastle, but with the signing of Tonali, I don't know what's going to happen there. So, it's what you think would work.
What are we saying for, let's go keeper next, David De Gea's future? I'm starting to hear things, yeah, but at the end of the season, yeah, we still put our faith in David, everybody makes mistakes, blah, blah, blah. Now they're saying, you know what, we're looking at alternatives, looking at options, want a ball playing goalkeeper.
Now, this here's the confusing thing about that the David De Gea whole saga, innit? He originally had an agreement with Man United over the contract.
A new contract?
Yeah, a new contract. It was ready to sign and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of a sudden, United have, I wouldn't say turned their backs on him, but either party now it knows
there's a possibility.
Yeah, that he could leave. Like, they don't know what's happening right now with them. They're still waiting on a sign off from Ten Hag on the board. Apparently, it came time ago, but still yet to hear anything properly on that. And as far as I'm aware, nobody else in the league is actually in for a big goalkeeper. So it's a free run for goalkeepers for Man United.
There are options.
Their options are Diego Costa, or Costa. How? Because I know it's not pronounced as Diego Costa, like the one that we know. It's Diego Costa or something like that. Portuguese international. Yeah, he's on United's list. But I don't think United have actually made direct contact with him. As far as I'm aware, Man United have made direct contact with Onana, Inter Milan's goalkeeper. Inter won't let him go for anything less than 50 million. So a 45 million deal per £1. 42 to 45 million would get that deal done.
42, kind of reasonable.
To Man United, that will get that deal done. Onana, a ball playing goalkeeper.
Brentford's keeper.
Apparently he's on his way to Tottenham.
Or maybe.
He's on his way to Tottenham. So,
keepers we're still unsure about. Is that what you're saying? I think it's because of the whole takeover news. Like, if we get this massive budget, then cool. Like, why not just upgrade goalkeeper position? But
it's not even that. Apparently, United still might even go for a goalkeeper, even if David stays. Because even if David stays, yeah, United only have David. Tom Heaton's not signing on. The other guy's gone back to Palace. Henderson's on his way to flipping Nottingham Forest. Where's United's goalkeeper? Nowhere. So if De Gea leaves, they have no choice but to sign a goalkeeper. If De Gea stays, they still kind of have no choice but to sign a goalkeeper. So I would keep your eyes on the Onana thing. Now here's my issue. Yeah, you see with United, yeah, they've got a lot of. Apparently there's 13 man up for sale. One has gone for £1 million with a buyback clause. Zidane Iqbal.
With a buyback clause.
With a buyback clause and a 40% sell-on clause as well if they decide to sell him on.
40% sell-on?
Yeah.
Wow. Should have set him on loan.
Exactly.
Don't make sense.
It don't make sense. I can't lie, it's technically, but by the money that they got, it's technically a kind of a good deal that they did. They were
good deal.
No, not for the money that they sold him. I'm talking about for future now. If he bangs, you can bring him back for a dirt cheap price. But regardless of the amount, you're still going to be paying over the 1 million that they paid. And if he doesn't bang, but if he does bang to a good quality, where if he gets sold on, remember you're getting 45% of whatever that fee is, or 40%. So if you sell him for 50 million, 5 years down the line, just an example.
Taking like 20 mil.
40% of 50. So we're taking away more than 20, you know?
Around 20.
Just a bit.
50 is 25.
Yeah, that's 50%.
So
Yeah,
20.
probably around 20. So you got that. But here's the confusing thing is, United need to offload like some centre backs like Maguire and whatnot. And this is the issue. I got told United were originally meant to go in for Kim Min Jae in it. I got told there was a personal terms agreed with Kim Min Jae for £7 million. Now here's the problem: 7 million net a year at United. It's a release clause of 40-something million. Now here's the issue: Bayern Munich have come sweeped in and are full control of that deal. They've offered him a 10 million net year contract with the release clause getting triggered. Now also City are looking to jump into that deal, even though they're going for Guardiola for 100 million. They look because it's a cheap deal. They're looking to offer him around 12 million net a year. So he's on over like 350k a week if he joins City. So with that, I can't lie, it's more of a who Kim preferences, isn't it? So it's a wait and see. But as far as I'm aware, that is left. Bayern have completely taken over that, and it's kind of left United in the dark. So where do United go for a centre back, a backup one? I don't know. Because the other man that was normally on his list was Timber. Now he's on his way to Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So where do we go from here, bro?
This is to offer Kim Min Jae 10 mil at United. 10.5 beat Bayern.
Rabiot has rejected Manchester United's salary offer, which was higher than Juventus's, and will renew his contract with the Italian club via Forza Italy and Sky Sports. We'll see what Sky Sports. Yeah, that's some Rabiot news. But with centre backs, I don't know.
Centre backs is a sticky one.
Because you've got variety.
Kim Min Jae, because he's got a release clause, best for value.
It's a perfect deal. It is a perfect deal.
It's what we need, considering, our budget-wise,
It's not even budget.
Takeover is not fully there yet.
It's not even just budget. It's on the pure fact that you've got a very good centre back who's very consistently fit, who will give. It's mostly for Varane, if we're going to be honest, is because Varane can never stay consistently fit, and the only way to push him to stay consistently fit and play at his highest level to let him know that his spot can be taken within a heartbeat. But it's just
I
left.
saw one stat of Kim Min Jae is like one of the best ball-playing centre backs in the league with how he's been dishing out these passes left, right, and centre.
Yeah, man. I don't know where United go with the whole centre back thing now.
But we need another centre back.
You need another centre back
We
because
need
look, if you let go of Maguire, Bailey's going. Tellez is already out. I'm not Tellez. Tanzebi's already out. You remove all of them, United have only left with Lindelof, Varane, and Martinez. 2 of them can get injured easily. That leaves 1. You're not going to play Casemiro at centre back.
So we need more than a centre back. We need a couple.
You need 1 that will challenge for the for a starting spot, and you need 1 that will be happy to be a backup, and that's a good backup. And I would say keep Bailey, but you can't because Bailey burned his bridges the moment he went out on loan and started chatting smack, saying if you ain't English and they don't give a chance, and if you don't, but that's over for him. So it's sticky. It's very, very sticky when it comes to the centre back situation.
So wingers,
Nah, forget wingers. United don't need wingers, man.
we don't need wingers.
United don't need wingers.
Well-
You got Ahmad who's due to come back from loan.
Ahmad
You don't know
Diallo.
what you're gonna do. Apparently there's a 45 million price tag on Sancho, but I got told he's not leaving. You got Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford, and Pelestri. United are stacked at wingers. United are very stacked at wingers. Like, it's the one position I don't think they're going for, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do. But I would give
They're all very
Ahmad.
young.
Eh?
Oldest one's who? Rashford.
Yeah, 25. That's the oldest winger United have. After that, Sancho's 22, 23. Anthony's 21. Pelestri's 19, 18, and so is Ahmad. And Garnacho's 18. He's also going to be United's new number 7.
Really?
Yeah, I got told he's going to be giving that shirt.
Wow, that's a big number, for Garnacho.
I feel like he can carry it.
Yeah.
I really do. I hope he bangs. I'm actually happy we're not giving it to Sancho, because he's fumbled under normal pressure at United, let alone flipping the number 7 jersey pressure. That pressure's 10 times more, bruv. Memphis Depay will tell you.
With this takeover news, if the Qataris or if Sheikh Jassim does come in, he said he's going to bring Neymar.
Yeah.
Or he said he's looking at Neymar.
He's not looking at him. So what I got told is there's a verbal agreement between Nasser Al Khalifi and the 92 Foundation, who have been working on this behind the closed doors, that it's no longer a matter of if now, it's a matter of when Sheikh Jassim takes over, United will have a gentleman's agreement with them that Neymar will either come on loan or sign a deal at United. It's a gentleman's agreement that can very easily happen. But here's the twist. As Luis Enrique is now PSG's new manager, he wants Neymar to stay. So it's now the sticky thing. The board will be pushing for Neymar to go to United, and United will be pushing for him to come to here. It's just on the pure fact of, is the player going to be willing to stay with Enrique and wants to stay with Enrique, or try the Premier League and the new challenge that's ahead?
Where does he play at United?
I don't know. That's the one thing. I don't know. If United don't get a midfielder in it by the time this takeover is done, yeah, and the easier option is to go for Neymar, I'll risk it until January, and I will play Neymar as the cam and put Bruno down as the number 8 with Casemiro.
Yeah, that can work.
Yeah.
Or if you don't sign a
It
striker.
sounds good on paper, but I don't think it can. That's the thing.
No,
I
there's a
don't
lot of
think-
disrespect on Neymar.
It's not
People
Neymar.
need to
It's not
realise-
Neymar that's the problem, in my opinion. In this one, it's Bruno.
What do you mean?
I don't think Bruno is that capable of starting player from the back.
Bruno sometimes loves to sit deep and pick out a pass.
Yeah,
Carry the
no,
ball from the
100%.
defense.
But I'm not talking about in that aspect.
He asked the ball
I'm
from,
I'm, to, I'm
Ryan
talking about
Martinez.
I'm talking about the ball from the goalkeeper from the goalkeeper to the midfield to the forwards. I don't think it's not even intelligence. I just don't think Bruno is capable of doing that job, like the young job the job that Ericsson tried and technically should have in his locker that fumbled.
That's because of his
That's because of his age.
self-discipline. He doesn't want to do it. He wouldn't want to do it. He wants to be more up front. Wants to be next to the goal.
Exactly. So I don't know where
He wants to have
Neymar.
a lot of freedom in his role. That's Bruno for you.
I don't know where Neymar fits in, man. I really don't. If I knew, I would happily say, but I don't know where Neymar fits in. I mean, United. But it's more of a statement signing. Like, this is the first Galactico that United are buying and whatnot under the new regime and whatnot. So, just have to wait and see, really. United have got bigger problems than Neymar right now. I think one of the other problems is striker. And they need one. And I know Harry Kane was top of the list, but Harry Kane apparently is negotiating with Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich again.
Yeah, apparently that's what came out today, that he's gonna have work talks with Bayern Munich, but at the same time they said that he's more likely to stay at Spurs because he wants to break that English all-time goal scoring record. So
Cannot break that record at United, or is it?
he can't break out United. If he's gonna go to any other Premier League club, it is Man United, and it's been publicly put out there. It's just on the pure fact that he knows Daniel Levy is not gonna sell to Man United. Unless Daniel Levy is interested in Harry Maguire, as reports are showing, then something could be sorted out. But you got one stubborn man and one people that don't know what they're doing. It's a complicated deal. So Højbjerg or you know who I'm talking about, the Atalanta strike. That deal apparently is very hot, like very hot. Like it's not being spoken about.
It's happening.
As in, it's in a very advanced stage. Like personal terms are no longer an issue. They're consistently discussing with Atalanta. I think they want to give them a deal that's the same format as Ahmad's. So around 45 million to 50 million region plus add-ons and shit, stuff like that, innit? So that's United striker. I Mason Greenwood returning. I don't know what happens with that.
Return him back to the club or just to football in general? Because I know he's back training, but is he going to continue at United?
I think it's football. I think it's football. I don't think it's a sell. Because Ten Hag's made it publicly. If he had Greenwood this year, he believes United might have been in a higher position and won a lot more games. He believes Greenwood would have added 20 goals at least in all competitions this season from the centre forward role. Which, if you're saying stuff like that, it indicates that you would happily have this lad back. So there's a whole like I got told that there's gonna be an interview between Mason Greenwood and his girl. That they're gonna talk about the situation and like basically expose all of what actually happened.
They should do that.
And then so on. I think the clubs will take the next steps on whether to loan him or keep him, because they can only loan him for one season anyway. Because after that season, he'll be entering his final year of his contract at United. And then you have to see what happens. But I'm not saying I agree with it. But if I could put my money on anything right now, it's either a loan or you'll see him at Man United pre-season. It's not down to me or anything, but I'm not exactly like over the moon about it. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a talented boy and he's a great striker, but what's happened off the pitch is very off-putting. So I don't know, man. But it's all Mason Greenwood. So as far as I'm aware, I think it's Højbjerg that's only advanced right now as Man United strikers.
Yeah, I still think we need a proper starter for our club. You know, someone's experienced.
Harry Kane. Juventus are close to
makes
full agreement.
perfect sense. I didn't really want Harry Kane before because he's only getting older. I wanted him like 3 seasons ago. Why are we interested in him now? Like, it's a bit too late. But last season obviously proved he still got it. So I happily still take him.
Kane. Kane scored 30 in the league, but it went under the wraps of because Haaland's robot effect. You know what I'm saying? So Harry Kane at Tottenham, he finished 9th or 8th. He banged 30 in the league. Yeah, okay, they're relevant goals, but at the end of the day, you still got to score 30 goals in the league. That's 30 goals in 38 appearances. in the league. Do you know maths? That he's averaging a goal every other game. You take him. I would always take Harry Kane, but the issue is getting him out of Tottenham. Daniel Levy is a myth to deal with. Daniel Levy is a very big myth to deal with. Oh, speaking of takeover, the papers have been submitted to the Premier League for approval. So we're waiting on that now. So I got told that there's not a proper announcement come out yet, is because the way Sheikh Jassim wants to do it is when it gets announced, he basically wants to get straight to work. So they rather get all the nitty bitty bits out of the way, get accepted, get all of that. Because especially with, like we saw with Newcastle when they went to buy, it got rejected first time, then they got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So it's that whole process, and then as soon as I feel like the Premier League accepts, because then if the Premier League accepts, the FA will accept with ease. If the Premier League accepts, I honestly believe that moment that happens, it is green light and Qatar will be announced. But when, I don't know, bro. I can't give it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the Glazers have basically, they accepted the bid.
They're
And
only talking with them now.
They're dealing with, you know, the taxes and stuff that they're gonna have to pay in the country, setting up actual business in this country.
As you see, it's already
getting
set up
approvals from Premier League, the FA, XYZ. So all of that's gonna take time.
6 to 12 week process. This is why a lot of people are saying that there's still a chance that come first game of the season, the Glazers are still in charge, which I still think could actually happen, but I wouldn't be fussed over it. It's from the pure fact that paperwork's getting long to deal with and the process is long. If you know anything about takeovers, you know the process is long. It's just these will drag it out as much as they can to get as much bread as they can, and they have. You gotta applaud them. Business wise, they're smart. Footballing wise, they're complete and utter. Bleep, 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 bleep. I can't swear in it. So, yeah, man. We just have to wait and see what happens with that.
I just want to see the club sell, the Glazers leave, which we've been praying for, which we've been chanting for the past however long, 10 years plus. Saying Glazers out every other game.
Okay, look, I
just want to see them gone.
This just came in 17 minutes ago. The new owner of Manchester United formed a bidder perspective will be known by the time the club's reports of earnings tomorrow, the 27th of June. So you'll have it's Sheikh Jassim, bro. It's Sheikh Jassim, innit? So we're gonna know who. It's not gonna be preferred, but it's gonna be something else, which shows that it's gonna be directly Qatar. But yeah, apparently we should be getting something tomorrow. I doubt that. If it's not tomorrow, I'll put my money on Friday. Friday, they love releasing news about this. You get what I'm saying? So I would. Yeah, and at the same time, tomorrow's a protest as well. So it's all interesting, man. It's all going down in Manchester. But all I can say to you is right now, calling any of these transfers is bloody hard and effing long. Because you don't know what's going on. The club's in limbo.
Yeah,
Richard Arnold.
The situation at the club, it's the higher ups, not just the manager and who he's interested in. It's the people that can actually, talk to the other clubs, bring the players in, sell the players we don't need. Have that budget to be like, you know what, here's your extra 5 mil, just give us the player. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're very tight circumstances.
Yeah, they got their hands tied behind their backs on the pure fact that they don't know what they're doing. But this, look at every deal and United have proposed. It's not been an official bid. They've been proposal offers like, yeah, we'll pay this much and this much. Would you accept? That's it. It's not okay. Here's the money. This is what we're gonna do. This is not. We will pay this much and over this amount of times with this add-ons. Would you accept? It's that because they can't go, okay, we'll give you this much and this much, because they're not guaranteed anything right now.
Because you realise that whenever we're trying to play, our personal terms have always been agreed. Personal terms is never the issue.
It's never the issue with any club. So whenever people say, oh, personal terms are agreed, yeah, I don't care. When fees agreed, cool, I hear it. When fee is agreed, I hear it. But I don't care about personal terms, bro. Personal terms can get agreed from months ago. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about if you can get that fee agreed with the club, then you're in the driving seat. If you can't get that for you, your personal terms can go. We had personal terms agreed with Sancho for 2 years. 2 years United had personal terms agreed with Sancho. If anything, if you must know, United had personal terms agreed with De Jong last season. It's just not a matter of him getting his money, but he knew he was going to get money, so he weren't leaving. Like, personal terms is minor, bro. United had personal terms agreed with Darwin Núñez. Liverpool still wouldn't have got that deal. Liverpool had personal terms agreed with Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham had personal terms agreed with Man City, Liverpool, and Madrid. He still chose Madrid. Personal terms is the lightest way. It's basically saying, personal terms is me basically going up, I'm Richard Arnold, your XYZ's agent. I'm interested in your player. We'll discuss with the club on how to get him out. Is your player interested in coming to us? Yes. Alright, cool. We will pay him of a region of 250k a week plus 20 million sign-on bonus plus an additional 30 million for a loyalty fee over the space of 5 years. Or it's basically me saying, or you, the agent, coming around to me and saying, he'll accept 250 grand a week. Alright, cool, done. That's personal terms, bro. That's how easy it is. You don't even need to have a pen or paper with you. It's legit verbal things. Just make sure you have a copy of it. That's what it is, bro. So personal terms is nothing. But also, I kind of like sometimes recording when news comes up to me. But at the same time, there's sometimes annoying news that I don't want to believe. I know it's also cap. So they'll spin on the light of the Declan Rice deal again. Like I said, try to raise that price as much as they can. Apparently United are going to jump into the race and make it a freeway bidding war. Absolute lies. Where if they got 100 million to spend on Rice? If they had 100 million to spend, they would have spent it on either Osimhen or Kane. You get what I'm saying?
Guardiola or even Caicedo.
Exactly, bro. So, again, it's just all used to raise the price. Ooh, Manchester United involved. Let's raise and bump up that price. You know what I'm saying? It's just a long thing.
One thing I forgot to mention. What are we saying for fullbacks?
I don't know anything about right backs are sorted. Dalot signed on a new deal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's not leaving anymore unless a good amount comes in to make United be like, alright, cool, we'll sell him. I don't know anything about left backs. I really don't. Me personally, I would cut ties with Luke Shaw, but I don't think that's gonna happen, especially on the pure fact that he signed a new deal. Malacia is not going anywhere. So with fullbacks, United are sorted. It's the only position in the
I
market.
think we should cut ties with Luke Shaw.
Huh?
I think we should cut ties with Luke Shaw.
You don't think?
No.
Why?
I think sometimes he can come in handy as a replacement for Martinez, left centre back.
I hear that.
I think he's kind of matches the profile. You know.
I hear that, but at the same time, as outstanding as his performances can be, he can also give you a silly mistake that could cost you the game. Like for instance,
that handball at Brown.
Exactly, when he was playing left centre back. It's a prime example. He was perfect throughout the game. Came to the last minute, he decides to give away a silly handball, which you could say is not his fault, but at the same time, the game is the game, rules are the rules, isn't it? And yeah, United lose the game and made that top 4 race a lot harder than it should have been. So I don't know really. I don't know, but
So there's no talks going around the fullbacks as of
no,
now.
not as far as I'm aware. The only thing I know about fullbacks is João Cancelo's going to Arsenal. Well, could be going to Arsenal. I know around 2 weeks they finally, I know it's been longer, but they opened up talks with his representatives, and City are opening more than open to sell to him, to sell to Arsenal, Cancelo, because that relationship between City and Cancelo and Pep is broken. So, and Alphonso Davies to Real Madrid.
Really?
Yeah, Perez has been like tapping up that boy since like the middle of last season. He's been having private meetings with him and whatnot. Bayern are a bit pissed off about that, but we will have to see with that. And Kyle Walker to Bayern Munich as well, because Benjamin Pavard has left or is leaving.
Man City don't really have backup right backs. They've got
No,
that
they
Luke-
don't.
they've
They're
got that
gonna
Luke-
go. Man City will go buy a right back, but that's not the main concern right now. They want to get Guardiola and whatnot, because Laporte and all of that are leaving. But they'll sort out a right back easily. But City have offered Kyle Walker a new contract. It's on the table, but Bayern Munich are also pushing for him to come to Munich. We'll have to wait and see. I think he'll do really good at Bayern. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But as far as Man United is red, that's all I've got. You want to add anything? You want to say anything? You want to
No,
hope for
just
anything?
talk about my team in general. No matter what, Glazers in, Glazers out. Of course, I want them out, but I think Ten Hag still drives his team in a good direction.
There's a lot of play. There's a lot of
with what he's done with the
there's
squad.
a lot of fans that don't believe in Ten Hag, you know.
With the squad, he's already improved.
Like Merky don't think Ten Hag is that good enough manager that can make a player Ballon d'Or winner or win a Champions League or Premier
Yeah,
League.
I don't know if I'm right.
Hmm?
I think Ten Hag, he may not have got it perfect, in all of his games, but he's won a cup, gone to 2 finals, and secured top 4, third if anything. Like, come on now, you see the difference in how we play. You see the consistency.
How many points did United finish on? 76.
I'm not too sure.
If he finished on 76 points, I think he was only 8 points off of Mourinho's 82. No, sorry. He's only, 6 points off of Mourinho's 82, which also is United's best points tally since Ferguson's left. So, it's patience. I think Ten Hag's the right man. I think Ten Hag will bring the glory days back as long as he's backed properly and has competent people behind him. Because kind of his player profile judgment sometimes is a bit, especially this man one, is making me question him a bit. But still, man,
We've played Martinez, Casemiro, Ericsson, Anthony for majority of our games. 4 brand new players.
they didn't have a
Haven't play-
preseason.
Didn't have a preseason. They never played together before. And he's made us look better. He's made them fit into the team straight away. He came into the squad, saw Maguire and said, you know what, I'm dropping you. No manager's done that. What manager's come in and said, yo, Maguire sit on the bench for 10 games in a row? No manager has done that.
Ronaldo.
The thing with Ronaldo kind of put himself on himself, but you can see like he's not fazed by like what other people think. He's not fazed by individuals and their profiles. He's stuck to his own plan, his own ways. He's got this ego. He's a bit stubborn. Do you know what I mean? So
Another example is Sancho.
He dropped him for a few months, sent him out to Holland, was it? Amsterdam, somewhere like that.
Yeah, but that's because they had a fight.
Probably they had a fight or something.
No.
Yeah. Sancho was going through it. That's the thing. Sancho apparently was going through it. So it was nice to see him back.
He wasn't just going through it. There was that, but there was also so what I got told. Pardon me, excuse me. What I got told is there was a disagreement between Sancho and Ten Hag on the pure fact that Sancho didn't like the fact that he's the first one that's consistently getting hooked off the pitch, even though he believes that there's other people that should be getting hooked up before him, which I do hear it, but at the same time, ooh, why is my flash coming on?
No, I hear that. At the start of the season, I saw Sancho play and I thought, why is he coming off? He may not have got an assist or a goal, but the way he's playing, he's passing, not losing the ball. He's passing the ball around good. He's confusing the defenders. Like he's trying to make something happen.
He's not leaving as far as I know, innit? There is a price tag on him, 45 million, but he's not leaving as far as I know.
I would give him 1 more year though.
I would as well.
Yeah.
So you gotta see with that. What else is there? Fred to Fulham.
Fred to Fulham.
You need to remember, United only got Fred, because City were in for Fred, and we weren't really buying anyone that summer, and they just gave him to Mourinho. And he wasn't on Mourinho's list, and he was the only player Mourinho got that summer. Mourinho asked for a centre back and a striker.
To see, you wanted that Fernandinho replacement in Fred.
Who?
See,
I don't know about that.
there's no way.
But I know City were in for him originally. Fred cost Man United 50 million.
Yeah, that's not being spoken about enough. But I don't get it. Sometimes Fred is a good player. He runs back, he wins those balls. He
But
goes
then,
up
but
front,
then
he
you don't
finishes
get that
the
Fred
goal.
every week. You
You don't get that Fred every week.
you can get Fred that's just ugh.
Yeah, first touch.
You get
bad,
pasta
caught.
Fred,
Yeah.
and then you get hobo Fred. But you get hobo Fred more often than pasta Fred, innit? So it's a bit peak, innit? It's a bit peak. You can't be having man them reading the sermon and whatnot, but you're also stinking at the same time. It's a bit peak with Fred. I don't know, man. Man United is the most stickiest and complicated situation
No, but
and
still,
scenario right now.
He's not Man United level. He shouldn't be Man United
Nah,
level.
he was never Man
He's
United.
never Man United level.
What is it? Amazing people by Rabbi was torn us. No, he just offered more. And this case being proven when people apparently Juventus have actually offered Rabiot more money.
On a new contract than what United are offering him if he were to come. How much are we offering him?
I have no idea.
Must not be that much.
I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. But I don't know, man. What's your expectations for the window? Let's wrap this up.
I can't really have too many expectations right now. When the takeover gets complete, then you'll see my expectations. Then my expectations, I'll say them. I'll come here again and I'll be like, we should be interested in him. We should get him. We should sell him. I'll say that straight away as it is. But right now, we can't really sell players because who are we gonna bring in to replace them? We need to move both ways, not just one way. The Glazers in their mind, they must be like, yeah, sell him. But Turner's probably saying, no, I'm not selling all these man if you're not thinking of getting me replacements.
But he needs to sell so he can up his budget.
That's the
Look,
thing.
alright, let me put it this
So
way.
a lot.
Let's do the math. Martial 25 million or 20 million. I think that's his name. Fred 15, McTominay 40, Maguire 40. Tellez I think is 10. Bailey's like 2.
2 mil.
2 mil.
Bailey.
2 mil. And there was someone else. Van der Beek, maybe for like
Donny
10.
van der Beek. Oh
Yeah.
my days.
He's up for sale or loan. Apparently, last thing I got told
He's
was
been injured for 3 years.
he got injured from Madrid to last season. You know what's so deep? He got injured when he started playing again. That's what annoys me about Donny. He got injured as he started playing again, which made it a lot more peak than it should be. So yeah, I got told that there might be a loan for Roma in it, but he loves the club, he loves Ten Hag, but the issue is he wants to play in it. You can't blame the player in it. So we have to do what has to be done is best for his career at the end of the day, innit? So yeah, man, United can make a lot of money, over 100 million from sales. It's just who's
Yeah,
gonna
over
buy them.
100 mil.
It's just who's gonna buy them. If Saudi clubs are not even flipping interested, then you know you got dead wood, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, final bit.
About
I don't know expectations about the window, but if United gets a great window and he gets proper backing and Sheikh just seems properly in, are you expecting a good
how long
season?
have we got until the summer transfers closed?
You got till September 2nd, I think it is.
September, yeah. I think we should come out with at least one statement signing.
Pre-season's in 16 days, by the way. And not a single player has been
Just over
technically
2
properly
weeks.
sold. Yeah. A single player has not.
Yeah, I don't think we
technically-
start pre-season with more than 1-2 new players.
I say one if we're lucky. One.
If we're lucky.
One.
We can't even land a Rabiot deal for free.
You know how peak that is right now? You can't land a Rabiot deal for free, bro. You can't land a brother who's technically not under contract right now, but you're letting his old team who had him under contract lead the race. Make it make sense. If he was always considering staying, he would have signed no time ago. But guess what? Man, I've dilly-dallied. And now, his mum's going to rinse Juve. You can't sign Rabiot on a free.
It's peak times right
You
now,
can't
man.
sign Rabiot on a free. You only signed Ericsson on the pure basis of he was free.
And it's not just
But
the fact that
it wasn't
we've
even the
got
fact that
no
he was
money.
just-
I
it was-
think this year we've probably generated a lot of money considering to the amount of games we've played the fans coming in to watch the games, the amount of revenue we've generated, going to the finals, winning one final, gaining top 4. Like, I'm sure this year we actually generated a lot of money, and there's money there. But are they willing to spend it? No. Are they willing to take it out? Most likely, because they're selling.
It's not that. It's not even that. It's from the pure fact that he originally always had a budget of 150 million, including sales.
If we had a budget of 150 million, somebody would have been signed already. At least one man is interested in.
But the thing is, you're going for players that you can't technically sign because the price. Look, people know they're stupid at negotiating deals. Hence why Chelsea are trying to drive 65 million to 70 million out of Mount. If this was Liverpool that went in for him, that deal's already done and wrapped up. For 45 million max. You know what I'm saying? It's just incompetent people. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It's me and T. I'm gonna be back with more of these. You're gonna see episodes like this throughout the week. And yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think Man United should be doing, what's gonna happen with the takeover and everything like that. Please leave your likes, comments, subscribe from me and Timo. Deuces, peace and love.
Peace.